Good afternoon, YouTube. Up with another boot review or another kind of an unboxing after the unbox. This is my new pair of Alico, A-L-I-C-O, New Guide mountaineering boots. They are Italian made. Alico, I'm assuming. Do they pronounce it something else? Aliso? I'm not sure. But it is a heavy duty, uh, steep incline mountaineering boot. The leather, they call it a split leather, almost like a suede, but it's called Perwanger leather. And what I could find out on this is that the leather is, like it says, it's I guess 3 millimeters thick, which is quite substantial, and it is like a split leather, almost like a suede, but a suede is kind of the cheaper leather. This is just really heavy duty, and I've heard that they've impregnate this, or they really force a lot of silicone, I guess silicone in there, and so feeling it, it just feels really, really heavy duty. Has a 3/4 shank. The shank is a steel piece of sheet metal that they bend, and it kind of has some, almost looks like roofing material. What do I want to think of? I guess riveted, but it's a shank, and they said 3/4. So 3/4 tells me it goes from here to here. And the reason they put that in there is it's for stability and rigidity, so that when you're walking, your boot doesn't fold up with your foot. It actually holds pretty strong. And these are really rugged, rigid boots. It has a full lined calfskin leather. Nothing really synthetic about this. It has a kind of a permanent insole. You can see that down there. This is an 11.5 medium. I wear a 12 in Nike, a 12 in Adidas, 10.5 in Red Wing, 11 in Red Wing, and this fits me just perfect. A lot of the reviews said this is heavy. I guess it's relative to, I guess, a running shoe, an ultralight running shoe. These are just a substantial hiking boot. Compared to my whites, which are, in my opinion, a heavy boot, these are a little bit lighter. They say 6 pounds, I guess 3 pounds each, but has a full gusseted tongue. In other words, the gusset comes all the way to the top, so in theory you can walk into dirt and debris all the way up to here, and you're not going to get anything in there. They claim it's waterproof. It does not have a waterproof membrane, but just the way that it is made, it is a one piece of leather that goes from here all the way here, literally all the way around, all the way to the toe. So that's what makes it, I guess, in my view, I call that water resistant, because if you stand in water even up to here for an extended period of time, you're going to get water penetration. It has the ever famous and ever nostalgic Vibram, not the Cletterlift, this is the Montagna, and this was the same sole that conquered Mount Everest. Sir Edmund Hillary wore some boots that had the same exact sole pattern on. It hasn't changed in, I don't know, close to 100 years. Lacing system is, I guess you can consider that lace to toe, all the way up to the top of your toes, and it pulls in. So wearing this around the house, it has fits well. My toes are right up, maybe about a finger length from the top, and like any leather boot, they are stiff and uncomfortable for the first, I would say, 100 hours. You really need to put some time in these. I've heard people standing in water, going out and hiking, greasing them up with Obanoffs, with Hubards. Another nice feature is it has a Norwegian welt, so it's almost like a double stitch welt into the midsole, into the footbed, and that's glued onto the, kind of has a slip sole, that little black. So you got your outer leather, your midsole, they call it a slip sole right there, that other black piece, and then there's your outsole. So it's glued with cement. These are going to be my hiking boots. I might even use them for some wildland, because they are not necessarily wildland boots, but I believe it has to be 9 inches. So I'm right about there, 8.5, 9, so who knows. we'll see. Maybe they'll melt and fall apart, but a lot of the work that I've done, we've been off the line, haven't been right in the heat. And a lot of the wildland guys are moving towards boots like this that are kind of your mountaineering, your hiking boot. So there's my quick review of my new guides by Alico. Stand by for some more videos coming out soon of this exact boot as I break it in this winter and get it ready for next season. If you have any questions or comments, send them my way. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and have a wonderful afternoon. Adios.